Myself, Madhushree. Today, the topic of my presentation is DNA replication. It is in biology of class 12. Before I start, I'll give a definition of DNA replication. That what is DNA replication? DNA replication is the biological process of producing two identical replica of DNA from the original one. DNA replication occurs in all the cell of all the organisms, and it is a very essential process or essential part of biological inheritance. Biological inheritance means anything which is coming from parent to the offspring, or which is coming from ancestors, are also termed as inheritance, which means it is inherited. Okay, now the cell process the cell possesses the distinctive property of a cell division, which makes the replication of DNA very essential process. Okay, now before I go ahead, the previous knowledge should also I think I should dictate with you that questions which arises before it, what is DNA and where the DNA replication occurs, or why it occurs, what is the need of DNA replications, all these questions which arises in our mind, and we should clarify all the questions. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid made up of double helix of two complementary strands. Two complementary strands because one strand is 5' to 3' and second strand is 3' to 5'. Here it is the structure about which we are discussing. 5' to 3' and 3' to 5'. That is why it is also called as complementary strand. It is a hereditary material. DNA is a hereditary material, as hereditary is the word which is inherited from one from parent to the offspring. So it is inherited structure or a hereditary material. Now, this is the structure of a cell having nucleus, some organelles like mitochondria. The DNA which is present inside the nucleus is termed as nuclear DNA, and the DNA which is present inside the mitochondria termed as mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA and nuclear DNA. When cell enters into the cell division, okay, generally there is a growth of a cell. Generally it goes through the growth period, but when it enters for the cell division, there is a phase known as synthesis phase. In synthesis phase, the DNA replication occurs. Okay. Now, the information of a DNA is stored as a code made up of 4 chemical bases. 4 chemical bases are, now, the information in DNA code as with the 4 chemical bases, that is adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. Each of the bases pair with each other, as A pair with G with a 2 hydrogen bonding, and C pair with the G with a 3 hydrogen bonding. Okay, now base is also attached with a sugar and a phosphate. These bases also attached with a sugar and phosphate. Now together the nucleotide composed of base, sugar and phosphate. These 3 form a nucleotide termed as nucleotide. Okay, these nucleotides form a 2-strand which forms further form a helical structure. Okay, DNA is somewhat a ladder-like structure where the bases are present inside in the middle part, and the phosphate and sugar are present in the vertical portion. This is when the ladder-like structure twisted, it forms a helical structure. I will show you this with a figure. Here the pink one is a sugar, this orange one is a phosphate group, and these all are nitrogen bases. As here are showing, A has been paired with the T, thymine, cytosine paired with the guanine, the thymine paired with the adenine. These, like this, all the nucleotides are arranged in a manner. Okay, now I want to show you that 5' structure and a 3' structure, why it is a complementary. As here you can see, this is the 5' end and this is a 3' end. Here in next part, this is a 3' end and this is the 5' end. Okay, now I will not go in more detail because I have to explain the main part is the DNA replications. So I have already discussed with you that what is DNA and what is the structure of a DNA. Now for the process of DNA replication, we should know about the enzymes which takes part in this DNA replication, which is very important because without this enzymes replication can't be go on. 5 enzymes take part, that is DNA polymerase, helicase, primase, exonuclease and ligase. DNA polymerase is for polymerization of DNA, means synthesis of DNA. It helps for the synthesis of DNA. It brings the nucleotides and which pairs with the their representative pairs. Helicase come for the unwinding or unzipping the DNA, which I will show you with the diagram by diagram. Then primase is for bringing the primers. As we know that primer is a initial or initiator which necessary for the further process. So primase here work with the forming the primers. Exonuclease, the terms exo means it those primer which have to remove because this primase form a RNA primer, and for the DNA replication or a DNA strand no RNA primer is further needed. So to remove those primers, exonuclease come. Okay. Now last is ligase, because finally we should have a continuous strand. For the continuous strand, ligate all the gaps. Okay. Now this is the DNA strand. First, the helicase enzyme come for unwinding or unzipping the strand. Like here, the helicase came and it unwinded the 2 complementary strand. Next, this is the helicase. I will show. Okay. Now, after helicase, the second enzyme comes is primase. When primase attached with a strand, the primers forms and it attached with the representative bases. It takes place in both the strand simultaneously, but the difference is that, like it is a 5 dash, this is the 3 dash. Here it is 3 dash and 5 dash or 5 prime. Now as helicase enzyme unwinded the DNA strands, then first primase came, it forms a primer, it gives a RNA primer. Okay, this gives a RNA primer. After forming of RNA primer, the DNA polymerase comes and it forms DNA pairs for the DNA representative pairs. It is important to know that the DNA replication or formation of the process of polymerization always takes place in 5' to 3 direction. This is very important. 5' to 3 direction. This is the replication process of forming of a DNA strands. Okay, so now this is the strand 5' or 3' end. So here the 5' from 5' end, the DNA replication or DNA polymerization is taking place. So continuously it occurs. Helicase unwinds these strands. Then primase comes, forms primer. After that DNA polymerase comes it extends the strands further along. Okay. Now simultaneously, what about the second strand? Because this is the 3' to 3' to 5', and we know that the DNA replication, the DNA polymerization always takes in a 5' to 3' directions. So what about here? Now, as primase came, it formed the RNA primers. RNA primer is 5', 3'. Okay. Now, next the DNA polymerase comes. It stains, forms the DNAs, pair with the representative pairs, and like this, it forms the DNA in a fragment form. Okay, in a fragment form. It goes back again. The primer comes, form primers. DNA polymerase comes, form the strands. So in one strand, the formation of polymerization is going in a continuous way, and in a second strand, the polymerization is going in a fragment form. Okay. Now the leading strand, this is called a leading strand, and this is called a Okazaki fragment strand. Why it is Okazaki fragment strand? Because the polymerization occurring in a fragment way. It means that time to time RNA primase comes, RNA primer forms, DNA polymerase comes, it forms little the short form of DNA. Then again primase comes, primer form, DNA polymerase attach, forms DNA in certain part of the strand. Then again it is going in a back way. This, unwinding occurring, this means going back, but formation is going in 5' to 3' direction. It going back again in this way, going back again in this way. So this strand is called Okazaki fragments, and the strand is called lagging strand. Strand is called lagging, and this is called leading strand. This is called leading strand. The term is important, leading strand, because it going in a continuous way. After completion of this, exonuclease enzyme comes. Why? It cuts the RNA primers. All RNA primers has been cut from this strand, and next ligase enzyme comes and joins all the gaps, so that the continuous form of DNA will be formed. As here finally the two strands of DNA forms. As in DNA we are seeing that one strand is an old strand and the second strand is a new one. Therefore, this DNA replication is also termed as semi-conservation of replication. Semi-conservative, because semi-conservative means half portion is a parental strand and half portion is a new strand, so that it is semi-conservative. Okay, the term we can say that this is a semi-conservative of replication. So the DNA having half portion of a parental characteristics and half portion of a new characteristics. Now in detail we have discussed about the DNA replication, and finally I sum up all the process. First of all, we should always know about the enzymes, which is very important. DNA polymerase, what it does, it helps in polymerization. Helicase, what it does, it unwinds the DNA strands. Primase, what it does, it forms the RNA primers and it is an initiation of a DNA replication. Exonuclease, it finally after the process cut all the remove all the RNA primers from the strand and forms a continuous strand with the help of ligase. Ligase fill up all the gaps. Okay. It is also important that polymerization always occurs in a 5' to 3' directions. It is very important to remember. And this is, I have shown the structure, that is DNA replication form. This is a fork form, One part is a DNA leading strand, second part is a lagging strand. Leading strand is a continuous strand, lagging strand is in a form of fragments, that is also called as a Okazaki fragments. So these all the terms we should always remember in our mind when DNA replication has been asked or comes in exams or questioning any time. So DNA is all about the DNA replications. Semi-conservative nature is always already discussed, that one part is a new and one part is a old one. So it is a semi-conservative. So that's some summary of the DNA replication. Thank you.